Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. In the previous episode, we managed to win the Stanley Cup. Yes, the Stanley Cup is coming back to Columbus for a second straight year. And we get to party for at least one more summer, but it might not be the best and happiest of summers. We win the Stanley Cup, everything is peachy in Columbus, Ohio. It feels great to be on top of the hockey world. It feels gorgeous, baby. You know that? It was a long playoff run, and I'm going to show you how everybody performed, because I'm not sure how everybody performed there in the Stanley Cup Finals. This is the first time I'm recording in a few days, so I want to see how everybody did after that. Matthew Savoie, the Conn Smythe winner, 2 years in a row. He is so underrated. You know, ever since we got him, I feel like I underrate these guys because they're so important. He is, at the end of the day, one of the best players in NHL history. There's no doubt about that, and there's no evidence against that fact. 2 60-goal seasons, plenty of 40, a few 50 here and there, sprinkled all over the place. He is one of the greatest. I'm not sure if he's going to retire, because I think he might be one of the last ones to retire on that first line. I think Waz going down for sure this year. But we will get to retirees soon. I know that's what a lot of you are here for this episode. And if you're not here for this episode and you're brand new, it might get a little emotional. I know, you wouldn't expect somebody to get emotional during a franchise mode, but I don't want to cry right now. Let's just keep talking. Matthew Savoie, absolute beauty. There's nothing more I can say about that. He is so good, pulling the most minutes on this team, actually. Yeah, 23 minutes. I don't know what to say. He's such an integral part to this team, and I overlook that. Even though I give him so much credit, he's so much better than what you think he actually is. He hasn't missed a game in years. 9 years? Jesus. Oh my God. He's a machine. Jeffrey Woodworth. Where do I start? Jeffrey freaking Woodworth. In the last video, I pointed out, because of a comment on my YouTube video a while back, Jeffrey Woodworth is currently 41 points away from 2,000. 36 years of age. He's about to turn 37. Is he going to retire? Or does he stay on for one more year to hit 2,000? He's ending his career with the Stanley Cup. Because I don't know if we're going to be the same team next year, depending on retirements. We will not be the same team, especially if one of the top 3 guys retires. Or top 4, technically. Stu Cam, Joshua Waugh, Matthew Savoie, Jeffrey Woodworth. If any one of those guys retire, things change on this team. I don't know if it's definitely not for the better. But I want him to come back. I really do. I want him to hit 2,000. But if he does retire, he retires as the captain of a back-to-back winning Stanley Cup team. His 6th of his career, 5 of them being a captain, 1,959 points, almost 1,600 games. Not much more you can say about him. He's the best damn player on the planet, and I'm gonna get emotional. Joshua Waugh. Now, this is a guy who I never have, like that first line, I don't give enough credit because of how good they have simulated. They're automatic every year. And in most franchise modes, one year you'll get, maybe 3 players with 100 points for 1 year because it's working or whatever. This team is a perennial 60 win club. And those guys put up combined 300 points plus every year for the last 15 years. It's awesome. They're so good. Khalil Fallon, 22 points. He's the future. I know he's 31, but Right now, he is pegged to be the first-line center if Savoie drops this offseason. And my roster sheet right here, it's in my hand. You can't see it because I'm too lazy to put it on screen because I will not take a photo of my messy handwriting. But he's pegged to be, he's pegged to be the first-line center. But I also don't have I don't have it very well filled out because of potential retirees. Like, it's looking like when you build the Jenga tower and you take a bunch of pieces out. It's kind of looking like that right now. Incomplete. But a lot of promise. Okay. Maxime Prohorkin, not as good as last postseason. I can't recall. 24 point, yeah. But there were a few guys like that this postseason. We did win a Stanley Cup, so how could I be upset? 2 in his 4-year NHL career. Hell yeah, he's a beauty. Alexander Newhook won't be coming back. If he doesn't retire and he asks for like 6, I will probably try to bring him back. But that's all depending on how retirements go. He was great. He did exactly what he needed to do for us. I know that was an iffy trade when we made it. We traded away a medium elite goaltender who had a bit of value to the San Jose Sharks for Alexander Newhook and I believe a second-round pick. But I think we win that deal as it stands, 80 points in the regular season, and we win a Stanley Cup out of it. Back-to-back, might I add. He was good for us, I'm not going to lie, but losing that kind of talent, we're going to get a little shaky in years to come. It's going to be a little different. Carol Hansel. Now, during the regular season, I was always debating, like, who replaces this guy, because I was never super high on Carol Hansel. I mean, he's usually been pretty good, I'm not going to lie. His giveaway to take why can't I say that? His giveaway to takeaway ratio wasn't the best this year, but last year was pretty good, and most years it's pretty good. So that's something to keep an eye on. But as I was saying before, he was a guy, he's only in his 3rd NHL season, 24 years of age. He's not the youngest anymore, and we do have a lot of guys budding for an NHL spot. So that's something to keep in mind. There's a lot of things to keep in mind, but as I said before, we can keep this team relatively the same if nobody retires. We can keep it pretty much the same. So that's good. Bobby Friesen. Not the best postseason, but we won a Stanley Cup, so I can't be too upset. More regular season points. One more game played in the postseason, so and 6 less points, but he's only going to get better. He's only going to get more ice time. His faceoffs are dead. Ooh, is that his no? What is his regular season faceoffs? 50%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Huh. It's good to know. But he's the future. There's no question about it. Maybe a future captain. I'm not sure, but that might also be a question to bring up in the next episode or two, because this episode I'll probably do the draft. Next episode we'll go through free agency, maybe start next season, unless there's something catastrophic that happens. Jacques Giroux, 10 points. He helped out. He scored a few big goals there. 3 of them to be exact. He was a +7. His giveaway to I can't say that. Giveaway to takeaway ratio is really good. Always. Really good. Oh my god. Why can't I say it? This is supposed to be an emotional episode and I can't speak at all. As I was saying, not the best regular season. He kind of is dipping off every season so far, even though he's had the same line mates. I'm not sure what that's all about. But he's a good player to have, especially if we lose a bunch of people. He's really good defensively, even though he is technically a sniper, even though he's not really a sniper. He's a weird player. He's kind of an all-around player. Jaden Swanson, who I do have in the lineup. I believe we have him at a 3-year extension, 2-year extension at 1.5. So he'll fit somewhere on the third and fourth line because he was kind of a bright spot on that third, fourth line all year long. Because his plus stats were pretty good. Pretty good. How was his giveaway to take you? I can't. God dang it. Stop doing that, Owen. Giveaway to takeaway ratio. Oh my god. I just gotta stop that. Oh my god. I'm gonna stop talking about it the entire episode, okay? Cool. Because I'm done. I'm not gonna edit these out because I want to show you how stupid I am. Just maybe a little lightheartedness on this maybe catastrophic episode. Zach Paton, 5 points -1. Not the best at all. I don't expect much from my fourth line, especially when your coach pushes the top 3 lines in favor or over the fourth line, you know? So I didn't expect too much. They weren't the best defensively. So the other teams definitely capitalized on the weaker fourth line. Samu Makinen, who is probably gone, all depending on retirements, but he's probably gone. That's just the truth. I'm sorry, Makinen. I'm sorry, bud. I know you wear an A. You do wear an A on your chest, which is weird, you know. Defense, Stu Cam, 18 points. A legend, an absolute legend. 36 years of age, he'll be 37 soon. 64 points, perennial 60-point player, especially for the last decade. Almost 1,000 points as a defenseman. He's a Hall of Famer. All the guys on the MVP line and him are Hall of Famers. Kavanov's a Hall of Famer. All our old guys are Hall of Famers. There's no doubt about that. I know if we lose Stu Cam, we will have a relatively decent defensive core. Abel Carlos is ready to step up and be that man. He had a fantastic season. He's probably winning the Norris, but Stu Cam is a legend. Mikko Jarvinen, 12 points. That surprises me, you know? Ever since we moved Mikko Jarvinen away from Stu Cam, he actually did jump up 2 overall, which is huge for us. I don't want him at an 84 overall. But seeing him produce once we moved Stu Cam away from him is a huge plus for us because he had his best statistical season. He was a plus 81 with 32 points. Apparently, he works really well, which is a plus for us because we do have him signed to a pretty hefty contract. Might I add? What is it like? 9.35 for the next 5 years. I mean, defensemen do cost a lot in today's age. Oh, Abel Carlos. Oh my god. Come on, controller. Come on. There we go. 9.35. But having him in the lineup doesn't hurt us at all. Especially considering we might be losing a few guys here very soon. Walker Farmer, you know, he didn't have the best of regular seasons, but the moment we acquired him, we went on like a 22-game win streak. And I don't want to say that was my doing, but I want to say that it was my doing, if you know what I'm putting down. He's not technically a rental. We brought him over. We got the salary retained in half. So we have him for another year. So our win window is not technically closed. Technically, but it could change very quickly. Henry Schwartz, 3 points plus 8 as a rookie. Oh, not too bad. His contract isn't even up, which is good for us because defensemen like that apparently cost money. Goaltending. Kavanov. You're the best of all time, you know that? What, 5 Stanley Cups? I want to say 5. I want to say 5. I want to say 5. Let's see. Let's go all the way. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 Stanley Cups. 16 wins equals a Stanley Cup. Thank you. And right there where we could have, we could have had 7 Stanley Cups right there. He could have. But nonetheless, he's one of, if not the greatest goaltender of all time. 7 to be Vezinas. William M. Jennings, I think 8. But not the best postseason. He did get it done when it mattered the most, especially in the Stanley Cup Finals, where it was an iffy Stanley Cup Finals. I know we won pretty handedly but it was an iffy one nonetheless. Kavanagh, absolute beauty. How long do we have you signed for? We did offer him an extension. I'm not sure about that. But it's time for awards. I know we cleaned up pretty hefty, so 2 straight Stanley Cups for the boys. What a gorgeous team. President's Trophy, obviously, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Los Angeles Kings, and then your boys. 5 straight Stanley Cup finals. We are the Kings of the East. Individual awards. Shane Wright wins the Art Ross. I'm assuming he'll win the MVP just because he had similar points to last year. 2 straight Art Ross. He's one of the best of all time. Hart Memorial goes to Shane Wright. I mean, Woodworth had a case for it. He missed 5 games, and he still put up 130 at 36 years of age. Not saying he was robbed, but Shane Wright did put up 148 points, so, I mean, kind of. Next award, James Norris goes to Abel Carlos. I know he's a bit older, but he's ready to take that mantle as top defenseman on this team. Stu Cam kind of passing the torch to Abel Carlos. Abel Carlos has really stepped up in these past few years. Lady Bing goes to Edo Iguchi. He deserves it. Is he going to retire soon? Probably. Calder goes to Caden Henry, who's 25 apparently, because we fought him in the Eastern Conference Finals and whooped him. Conn Smythe goes to Matthew Savoie for the 2nd straight year. That feels good. You know that? That feels really good. Vezina goes to Vyacheslav Kavanagh for the 7th time in his career. He's also going to pick up the William M. Jennings Trophy for the 8th time in his career, because there was a year where he didn't win the Vezina and he won the William M. Jennings, if I'm not mistaken. But one of the best all time. Bill Masterton goes to Novikov for the Buffalo Sabres. Jack Adams goes to Carlton from the Philadelphia Flyers. Frank J. Selke goes to Eli Ranger from the Washington Capitals. Shane Wright wins the Ted Lindsay. Maurice Richard also goes to him. So he swept up the awards, but I don't see him in the Cup Finals. I don't see him here at all. Now, before we head to the retiree phase, I want to do something real quick. Jeffrey Woodworth wants a contract, which kind of is telling me that he's not going to retire. I would totally offer him a one. Yeah. Where's my phone at? Oh, it's right there. So even if he does retire, this doesn't hurt us in any way. It just makes it easier for us heading into the off season. So let's see. Asking price is, you know what? He deserves a whole 12 mil. You know that? He deserves the whole. I'm not even going to play games with him. He deserves it. His retirement contract, he deserves that kind of money. Okay, so let's send him to the draft. It's home, so Jeffrey Woodworth signs his contract. He might retire, but we extended it. We extended it to him just in case, you know? A lot of players we extended contracts to, even though they might retire. Vegas was the worst in the NHL, and they win the first overall pick. The more you know. I guess that's kind of strange, because you rarely ever see that, especially when we tank. We're like, we have 0 points in regular season, and we still end up with the 3rd overall pick. Because logic, am I right? Oh, my phone made sounds. Ooh. Hey, any of you Los Angeles Lakers fans? Anthony Davis got hurt. Suffered sack. Oh, that isn't good. That doesn't sound good. Sorry, I'll turn off my phone. It's game time. View draft class. What's it looking like this year? I have not been. I'm not gonna lie. I've not really been paying attention to the draft class. I know I should have been, but I didn't because I was worrying about a Stanley Cup, and we did win Stanley Cup, so that worrying was noted. I will pin a few guys here just in case. Yeah, might as well. I'm not too worried about the draft. We're pretty stocked on prospects, but if we have the chance to move up in the draft and draft another beauty, I will. But I'm so nervous because you know what's going to happen one of these years. Is it time? Oh my god. Boys! Yes! Oh my god, they didn't retire! Oh my God. Yes. Oh, that changes everything. Yeehaw. Okay. Wow. Okay. Where do I start? That means it's next year where everybody retires. Okay, let's start from the top. I'm quite happy. I'm quite ecstatic over here. Vasily Podkolzin, 890 career goals, 1,500 games, 1,655 career points. Did I say that? My God, what a career from him, playing with Elias Pettersson the majority of his career. Retires at 37, so that age looks to be the cap for a lot of generated players, so we might have a few years left out of a few of these guys. Cole Caulfield, almost 900 goals. Oh, he should have just stayed in for one more game. Like, just go play one regular season game, score a goal, and then you're good. 1,600 points. First ballot Hall of Famers. And here, this is kind of funny to look at. Tony Barry. Third overall draft pick in 2020. Jeffrey Woodworth is the man that we drafted in 2020. That's kind of funny because look at how different this franchise would have been if we did take Tony Barry. I mean, he had a really good career. He did. Not gonna lie, but he was never the player Jeffrey Woodworth was. And I'm so lucky. I'm so smart. I'm so thankful we took Jeffrey Woodworth. We took a shot. Tony Barry, we faced you a few times in the playoffs and we whooped you the majority of the time. Thank you for not being on this team. Casey Middlestat, 40 years of age, 1,100 points. Pretty good career from him. Finishes on Pittsburgh. Bust. I mean, not a bust. Where am I going with this? You know what? Buffalo Sabres fans, first few years of his career, IRL, aren't going the greatest. I'm not too positive on how he's doing this season. But I think he's a talented player. I think he can shape up. Sometimes it just takes age and a little bit of progression. Not everybody can be Connor McDavid out of the draft or Elias Pettersson, Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin. You can't always expect that. He's like, 21, 22 in real life? These guys are young. Just wait. Slick Nick Suzuki, 39 years of age, so a few older guys retiring here. Okay, that's fun. Slick Nick, 39 years of age, 1,100 points. Beauty. What a beauty. Trevor Zegras, 38 years of age, 967 points. So many retirees. Wow. The NHL was full of high-scoring players. Kyle Kernkovic. This is a guy that always gave us trouble in the years we fought Tampa Bay. We haven't faced them in a while, but we always had troubles against that Lightning team. Yeah, he had a pretty solid career with Tampa Bay. He was always a player I was scared of, especially in the postseason. Quentin Byfield, 891 points. Heading into the next franchise mode, which is coming soon. I'm currently working on editing the rosters. If you have any input, I would love for you to tell me, because that's an episode that's coming out soon that you'll probably want to keep an eye out for. I'm not sure if I'm going to record that very soon, but I have been very busy recording this franchise mode because apparently you people love it, okay? Don't worry. It's going to happen soon, but Quentin Byfield is definitely a player I gave a little more love to, especially considering he's ripping up the OHL on the, I don't know what team he played for. Hold on, I can think of this. He played for Sudbury. That's right, he did. He does, currently. He finished on Edmonton? Huh, funny. Brant Clark, who I did consider trading for this previous season, but I ended up going with Walker Farmer because Clark was making $15 million, so the second overall draft pick in 2021, the parallels are everywhere. We draft Stu Cam, the franchise defenseman, first overall. We meet a few times, or for one time in the Stanley Cup playoffs, Eastern Conference Finals. And your boy Stu Cam was obviously the better defenseman. I'm so sorry you played your entire career with a terrible franchise like Detroit. You made the playoffs like, what, twice? Holy moly. I'm so sorry, Brant. I'm so sorry. Maybe in the next franchise mode you'll get a little bit more love. Peter Reynolds, Elijah Schroeder, who was a guy that we had? No? Yes, we had him. We had Elijah Schroeder. Yeah, we had him for 1 year. That's it. I feel like we had him for longer. Apparently not. Wilmer, Sandin, Dreger. Daryl Dreger finally calls it quits. Former Blue Jacket. I believe we did not win a Stanley Cup with that guy. I want to say that we lost in the Cup Finals. I can't recall. Cameron York, Tupernarnen, Legacy, Hoagland, Eklund. Yeah. Deep retiree class this year. Any other guys down here at the bottom of the list? Not looking like it. So I'm going to go to goalies because I'm sure there's some goalies who retired. Spencer Knight, 366 career wins. Not the best of careers. He did play on Florida the majority of the time. Or no, he was traded. Yeah, so he played on Florida for a bit. Was never a success. Because you rarely see that with goalies in this franchise mode. You rarely ever see goalies like who have like a great potential turn into a great regular season goalie because this simulation is busted. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Buffalo Sabres, 348 career wins, 265 career losses. Not bad. Ken Langfeldt. Is that not a familiar name? Wow. That is funny. Third overall pick in 2021. How long did this guy even play for us? Did he ever play for us? Cleveland for a few years. Played in Columbus, then we traded him to LA. Played for Dallas for a bunch of years. Believe we fought him in the Cup Finals once. Ain't that funny? Hines. Yeah, so we avoid a lot of retirements. Except for we do have one AHL retiree, but that's no biggie. Okay, scout retirements, not too bad. I'll deal with it later. View draft class, let's go look at that. It's been a pretty long episode so far, but I'm treating you. You're going to enjoy yourself. So we do have a few defensemen here, which I am willing to look at. Now, are they willing to trade that first overall pick? Ooh, but Batalagila is looking so good. Because if we're being honest, the smartest thing to do would be to draft a defenseman. Because defensemen cost so much money, but if you have the rights to them, they're not going to cost as much because you have the .85 trick. So if one of these teams are willing to trade, I would be willing to listen. Now, let's talk to you just so I can get a little bit of info on this guy. Play style, why not? Play style, just so I just to have a little bit of accuracy on these guys. Now, I'm totally willing to move up in the draft because we have the assets to acquire one of these guys if a team is willing to move on from one of those top picks. But I have a feeling that no team is going to be willing to trade. I'm not sure why I have that feeling, but not looking too shabby. Now, I want to see Isha Schultz because we do have to look for a Jeffrey Woodworth replacement. I know, that's weird to say. I don't like saying that, but we might have to. We will have to because we don't have a lot of right or bona fide right-wing prospects in the system, so once that guy retires, it's going to be difficult to deal with. That's just the truth. So is Isha any good? Is he a franchise player? I'm not sure. My scouts didn't really do their job. But who's surprised? I'm paying them millions of dollars to do one thing in that scout, and they don't really do it very well. But that's probably my own fault. Not looking too bad. He played in a men's league, put up 16 points, 51 games. He's going to be pretty good. Right winger. Now, I would be more tempted to go with the defenseman. Just saying. Or Damon Day. Oh, I want one of them. I want one of them, please. So, ooh, they have a Kavanov. Oh my god, they have a Kavanov. And he's Russian. My Kavanov's Russian too. Oleg Kavanov. I wonder if that's like a brother or something. Long lost brother. Now, is there anything? They got Trey Bois. Anything I'm super stoked about? Another defenseman here. Another defenseman. 3-year ETA. I'll look at this guy. Now, the scouting or interview feature is not the best. EA, Let's talk about that for a sec. You don't really learn a whole lot about players. You don't really uncover a bunch. I wish there was a feature where you get to uncover one player, like it's your ability, like it depends on how well your team is, or like back in old NHL games where you get to level up your like scouting division or whatever, or like you win this amount of games, you get this many abilities or something. Like depends on your performance, and you would be able to scout one player automatically and see exactly what they are, like once or twice during a draft. Because realistically, if you do scout a player, like have a dinner with them, sit down with them, you'd find out more than 2 bars. I think you'd have a little bit more accuracy than that. But no! Apparently not. But it is draft time, baby. It is draft time, and I'm ready to jump in. Is a team willing to trade one of their top picks? Montreal is. Montreal, let's talk. Let's talk. There are a few pieces that I need to move on from. One of them being... where is he? Let's see. Ooh! Mironov is a 73 overall, baby. Ooh, he's going to be so good. So, I want to look at a defenseman. Where is he? He is Jakobsen. So, Jakobsen is... his contract is up, but he has some value, so apparently they will take that trade. So, Jakobsen. Now, here's my defense for trading him. When we did draft him, he looked to be a fantastic prospect. He was already 78 overall, but we've given him 4 years to develop. He's only 79 overall. And you could say like, oh, but you didn't play him that much. We give him plenty of opportunities to increase, develop. Regular season stats weren't the worst. Not the worst, but this year he just off the rails, not the best. We have a lot of suitable replacements for him who are also in the same position, and I feel if we can get a defenseman or a quality defenseman that is coming through the draft, I'd rather take that now. Obviously, we'll have to trade our first. So, sorry, that second is really high. Okay, so you can take the first. And then what else do we have to throw around? No, we do have a few goalies. Do they want any goalies? They don't. But you'll take one. Okay, and then we'll get... Hold on. Don't you kick me out of the screen yet. Do we have any rookie skaters that you would like? Fragapane, Rodriguez, who is going to be great. Riviette, who I am more willing to part ways on than Fragapane, just because he's older, so I'll give you Riviette. And he is French-Canadian, I think. So, Montreal. You like that. I know you like that. I will take a guy with 1 year left. Or just, I guess, 3 years. That doesn't hurt me. What? Hold on. Oh, no, it's because he's from... Okay, never mind, because he's in the CHL. Okay, take the trade. Trade accepted, and you know what? That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Look at us go. And we will be able to draft something really wicked. And I know you might think it's unrealistic that a team like this would be able to jump up into the top 3. But if we have the assets to do that, I'm going to do that. Okay? You're going to have to live with it. Because going forward, we're going to need a lot of really awesome prospects when a lot of retirees happen. Or a lot of retirements happen. So, Isha Schultz goes first overall. Right-wing sniper. For the Vegas Golden Knights, he's going to be pretty good. Second overall pick. What's it looking like? That sucks because I wanted Elliot Batalagila. Oh, what a name. Oh, I would have loved that. He's British. Two-way defender, second overall. Right-handed, which is pretty awesome. We do have a few right-handed players coming up, but third overall pick. We have a lot of options to work with. Not going to lie. What do we go with? Day is not looking bad, but do we need... I mean, similar to Patrick Kane... Ugh. Okay. We have time to talk about this, though. We have time to talk about this. Okay, I'm going to call 2 timeouts just in case I decide to talk for a while. I just have to be cautious because the moment I don't pay attention, everything goes wrong. Okay. So let's look at our prospect pool, or like right now. So Mironov is our top guy. Obviously, he's going to be pretty good. 73 overall, 19 years of age. He's only going to get better. Exactly. Exactly. Then you got Rodriguez, who's 78 overall at 20. He'll be 21 soon, so he's going to be able to jump up. Spike Fragapane might be able to jump up this year. I think I will put him into that position just so he can try to succeed. Kababulin, who will come up into the NHL this year. Lundstrom, not bad. He won't be ready. But we have a few guys that are just ready. We have a lot of assets. We have a lot of goalies to work with. Barch is ready. Oh, no. That's something that we're going to have to look at. Any contracts up? But we do have Kavanagh. Yeah, so the guys that are coming up, we already have extensions for. And yeah, Muller is extended for 3 years. So I'd be more willing to trade Mester. And, oh, that's so hard. I'm in such a difficult position because I don't want to trade Kavanagh because he's so good. He's the best goalie of all time. But we have a lot of options to work with. Defense, I think, is the thing we need to go with. We have a lot of great offensive guys who are easier to come by in free agency over trade because they're not going to cost as much as defensemen who we will have the rights for, like a guy like Wheeler or Gauthier. They're both right-handed. This Fairchild guy, I'm not too sure. I think he's a top 4. I'm not quite sure about that. But these Day would be awesome to have, but we do have a guy like MP3, Fragapane, all those younger guys, Rodriguez. Those are offensive players are easier to come by. Luke Wheeler. We don't know anything about him. Apparently, really, scouts? Do we know anything about? Okay, 6'2", 18 years of age, similar to Mark-Edward Vlasic. So it looks like Luke Wheeler is going to be the offensive defenseman. Yeah. And then Marcel Gauthier is going to be the defensive defenseman, two-way defenseman. That's hard because we don't know much about Wheeler, but he looks... Yeah, he's the offensive defenseman. Gauthier is the defensive defenseman. I know Day is probably going to be the better overall, but we need defense. That is what we need going forward. Oh my god. There's a goalie right here? Seriously? This goalie's gonna have to be great, right? We're gonna have to look into that. I know we don't need goalies, but that's something very interesting. Okay. Defense. They're both right-handed. They're both 18. They're both very similar in, like, age, weight, that sort of thing. They're both right-handed, so it doesn't really matter now. Stukham is more of... Luke Wheeler. I kind of want to go with Luke Wheeler. Just because this is hard. Okay. Now, let's think critically here. They're both NHL ready. I'm assuming the more offensively minded one is the more NHL ready. We got guys like Farmer, who's coming off contract, who's like a two-way defenseman. Jar Jar, who's getting older. Carlos is the left-handed offensive defenseman. We got like Gauthier. Ooh, but then we got a guy like who is American. He's American. Who wants to come to an American city. God, this is hard. Oh, and the other one's going to Detroit. That's awesome. Oh, no. Oh, Detroit's going to get such a good player. But they are a dumpster fire, so does it even really matter? Exactly. So they're getting a few really good players there. So, that's... would be more willing to go with Wheeler. He's American. He'd fit in well. I think he would fit in. He's the offensive defenseman, which my coach favors offense more. So, with the third overall selection in the 2039 NHL entry draft, the Columbus Blue Jackets are proud to select from the NCAA, Luke Wheeler. Welcome to the club. Okay, 76 overall. I'm not disappointed by that because he's so young. He's going to get so much better. This isn't another Pierre Jakobsen situation. We're fine. I wish he was a better overall, so the Marcel Gauthier or the Day might be the better pick at this point. Let's see. So Day, how's he going to be? 79 overall. So realistically, he's kind of, Batalagila might have been the best player in the draft just because he's a defenseman, right-handed, and he played in a men's league. Day is pretty good. He's gonna be awesome. But I want to see how the other defenseman is. How is he gonna be? 78 overall. So you could say we went with the wrong guy, but we can always work our magic. Okay, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be awesome, and he kind of reminds me of Abel Carlos. Not the best out of the draft, but he's gonna be great. We can mold him into he's gonna be a good player for us. I can already tell. Now, the 8th overall pick is on the draft board. So the 8th overall pick is currently looking like Kavanaugh, and then you got Kavanov, but the goalie, which it looks like he's gonna be pretty good because you rarely ever see a goalie that high. He's playing in a men's league. I'm not gonna trade for him just because I think that's stupid. Like, we already have so many good goaltenders. So I'm over and done with it. Now, before we get to anything else, we do have to make a few things. We have to do a few things before we get to the next few picks. Now, first, Makinen, you're taking up too much cap. Is there anything out there? Or is anybody out there that wants something for you? Third and fourth? Third and third? I will take... Yeah, I'm doing one of these trades. It doesn't really upset me at all. So I'll take the one from Arizona. Makinen, you've helped us win a few cups. You're going to a team that'll probably need you more than us. Thank you for helping us. Accept the trade. I'll see you in another lifetime. So we get $2 million in cap space. Is there anybody else that I needed to trade before we head into free agency? No. Not really. I think everything's good to go. We just need to finish up this draft. New Hook probably won't be able to get back. But we have everybody else on lockdown, it seems. So that's good. That is good. If we need to do anything else, it'll be in the free agency period. So we're going to sim up to the 32nd overall pick. What do we miss in the first round? So, Gauthier, Clarkson. Fairchild wasn't that bad, but we have the potential in the medium elite. Kavanaugh, Brendel. He reminds me of Kavanaugh out of the draft, playing in a men's league, 18 years of age. I think Kavanaugh was 17. I think Kavanaugh was the better overall out of the draft, if I'm not mistaken. Kavanaugh was like a 64 or something ridiculous. But that is a very good pick for Buffalo. Sexsmith, Kavanaugh. I should have gotten him. Kudobin, Lilja. You know what? Not a bad first round. Hopefully it doesn't just drop off unexpectedly. Oh yeah, a few top 9s, few top 6s. So we have the first overall pick in the second round. What is out there and what would I like to acquire? Not the most excited here. Not really. There's not a whole lot that is intriguing me. Now, part of me just wants to trade that pick. Mark Howe. He's probably not... Mark, you don't just throw out the name Howe and compare somebody to that. Screw it. Welcome to the club. If my scouts say so. My scouts did something right? 64 overall, similar to Mark Howe. Mark Howe is a pretty good defenseman. For the Hartford Whalers, I believe? Detroit? No? Philadelphia? I'm not sure. It's been a long time, okay? But Bradford, that is a good pick for us. That makes a whole lot of sense. That is a good pick to start the second round. Now, we have another second round pick. That is dope. Do we miss anything here in the second round? Is there anything that I should have taken? A few top 9s, top 4. Ooh, Hebert. Ooh. Okay, so a few good picks here. Okay. So I wasn't the only one low elite there. Obviously to Tampa Bay. Okay. Ooh, medium elite goalie. Okay. Okay, so maybe we take a goalie. Maybe that's a thing that we do. We have a defenseman, Anderson. Is there any more guys similar to other players for your ETA? Bondra. You don't just throw the name Bondra around and not be good, okay? Yolanen. Is there anybody scouted? My scouts did not do the best of jobs this year. That's all I'm going to say. But we won a Stanley Cup, so I'm not too upset. If we were like in a rebuilding mode, then I'd be a bit more upset, okay? There's not a whole lot out there. I think we just need to throw... Or do we just trade it away for an asset next year? You know, I think that'd be the smartest thing to do. If I'm not sure, I just trade away the asset. I think we can get something okay with that. Oh, that is... Why did I do that? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. But I'm just gonna trade away my second, my third, and a fourth. Or will I even find it? Okay, so I'll do my second and the third. Third. Can I get a second next year? Yeah, I'll take the Philly second. That doesn't really hurt me that much. Use your assets well. Now we will simulate up to the 4th round, see what we missed. I hope I don't regret what I've done. Okay, so let's head up to the 2nd round, see what we missed with that Philly pick. Did they get anything good? The answer is, you know what? Bartkowski was not a guy I was looking at, so I'm not too upset, you know? It could have been worse. Bondra. Okay, I'm glad I did not pick any of those names. We've been smart this draft. We have been smart. Semenov, not too shabby there. Goalie might be the thing we go and look at. Medium elite. Ooh, right winger. Okay, I see what you're doing there, Winnipeg. So we have 2 straight picks here. Let's make a pick. 4th round. Okay. Now this is the part where we just kind of have to throw something in the air and wave your hands like you just don't care. So we're going to go with the goalie. Because the goalie is always the right pick to go with. How you? Not the right pick. But we have another pick. We have a redemption pick. Okay. I'm going to go with the goalie. Evans. Welcome to the club. Come on. Damn it. Oh, no. No. Columbus, why? Another 4th rounder. Oh, just keeps getting more and more disappointing. Okay. Not a lot special here. We've made 2 really solid picks this year. And we've done the right trades. We made sure everything was all ready to go. We're going to go with another goalie. Because it's only a matter of time. Muller, I don't want. I will go with Mark Pear. I'm going to go with Ekholm. Just because I can. Come on. Fringe starter. Yay! 4th round pick for... No, I don't need that. So what did we miss here? Oh, we have another 4th rounder? Jeez. Do I take another goalie? Ooh! Agostino, not that bad. Okay. I see what I'm missing. Okay. But I'm gonna go with the goalie. For the lulz. Go with the goalie. Come on. How are ya? Not great. Just a trading asset. Okay. That's fine by me. Did we miss anything here in the 5th round? Might be another goalie. Well, no. That's good. The top 6 there. Okay, of course, to the Maple Leafs or something. I wasn't really checking. Another pick. Do we go with the goalie? Ooh, Pascal St. Louis. My scouts are saying to take him. So I'm going to take him. Imagine if he was a franchise player. I'd cry. Come on. My scouts suck at their job. Why can't you just do your job for once, please? I don't ask for much. God, looks like we didn't miss anything here in the 6th round as well, which I am totally fine with. Not the deepest of drafts here in the last few years, so, but I can't be too upset. Now, if this is the goalie that we pass on and he's really good, I'm going to be really upset. I think this guy is going to be a low elite, but I want to go with the goalie. Go with the goalie. Go with the lulz. Come on. He's got to be good, right? Come on. Damn it. Is that guy... Tell me he's not good. Okay, the other goalie wasn't good. Is this 20-year-old good? Not good. So... we simmed to the last pick of the draft. Does not look like we've missed anything at all. So I am not upset. We picked, what, 5 goalies there? Forget about it. It's like no biggie. You know what? Kavanagh, Ruslan Kavanagh, welcome to the club. You must be related. How are you? Low top 9. But you know what? Wheeler, Bradford, or whatever his name was, it was a good draft. I'm not going to lie. It was, I mean, not the last few rounds, but in general, we did exactly what we needed to do. I'm going to have to revise my entire roster sheet because I did not account for a bunch of retirees not happening, so we're going to have to move that to next year. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.